Attending a peer of the late Dr. King, former UN ambassador and mayor of Atlanta, Andrew Young. Well, commemorations are taking place all across our area remembering the doctor.
WPTV's Kate Hussey joins us live this morning from Lake Worth Beach's annual Remembrance Day. Kate, we know this is one of several activities going on today.
Yeah, Mike, Colony, good morning. Yeah, a lot of activities out here in Lake Worth Beach this morning. Of course, they're not happening quite yet. You can see here behind me, it's still pretty dark and quiet, but that will not be the case in just a few hours when a lot of people will gather right here at the Penile Haitian Baptist Church on North D Street right here in Lake Worth Beach for an interfaith breakfast. Now, that kicks off a whole day full of festivities, and that breakfast will happen from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. If you come on out and get some good food, you'll also see some performances from local students here as well. And that's not all. Later on today at 4:30 over at City Hall, there will be a civil rights sing-along followed by a candlelight march through downtown. That's going to end at the MLK Ball Memorial in the Cultural Plaza. A presentation just kind of commemorating the impact of Martin Luther King Jr. will wrap up all of today's events. Now, perhaps the best part here, all of these events are free and open to the public. Yes, even today's breakfast here. So you're encouraged to come on out. This is actually the city's 29th year putting on these events. Back to you.
All right, and it is cold out there.
A day of sisterhood, a day of using your platform for good.
All right, cities right across South Florida, too, gearing up this morning for big activities, ceremonies remembering Martin Luther King Jr. That includes, we'll start with Lake Worth Beach.
Yeah, WPTV's Kate Hussey. Hussey joins us live from there this morning. Hey, Kate, an early morning celebration happening pretty soon.
Yeah, absolutely. Mike, Colony, good morning. Turns out we're not the only ones up bright and early this holiday. The organizers of Lake Worth Beach's celebration are too. In fact, they're kicking off the city's 29th annual commemoration with an interfaith breakfast right here at the Penile Haitian Baptist Church off North D Street in Lake Worth Beach. That will happen from 7 to 9 a.m. So you can come on out, get some good food, get some free food. Then you can go home, take a quick nap, come back to City Hall at 4:30 for a civil rights sing-along followed by a candlelight march through downtown. That will end at the MLK Ball Memorial in Cultural Plaza with a short presentation on Martin Luther King Jr.'s impact. Now, again, all of these events are free. They're open to the public, so you're encouraged to come on out. It's made possible through several sponsorships, and we'll be out here providing you coverage on it as well. Back to you.
Several MLK Day events happening throughout our
Enjoy Martin Downs Boulevard. Right now, heading south to Jupiter will take you 15 minutes.
Happening today, the nation once again remembering and honoring the legacy of Martin Luther King Jr. The federal holiday honoring the civil rights leader established back in 1983, first observed in '86. Today, events honoring his achievements expected to be held in cities and towns across the country. MLK Day, the only federal holiday designated as a national day of service to encourage all Americans to volunteer in order to improve their communities.
And there will be several commemorations across the area to remember the civil rights icon who fought for racial justice and equality.
Let's check in with WPTV's Kate Hussey live this morning from Lake Worth Beach's annual Remembrance Day. A lot of activities going on there today, Kate.
Mike, Colony, good morning. Yeah, certainly a lot of activities planned for the city of Lake Worth Beach today. Starting off with one of my personal favorite activities, some great food. An interfaith breakfast is kicking off the day of events here at the Penile Haitian Baptist Church on North D Street in Lake Worth Beach. In fact, joining me here live this morning to tell us more about that is City Commissioner Retha Lowe. Miss Lowe, thank you so much for joining us here this morning on News Channel 5, especially on this soon-to-be bright and chilly morning.
Yes.
For our viewers out there thinking of maybe coming on out and participating in the interfaith breakfast, tell us what we can expect.
Well, you can expect, we are expecting about 200 people, and we're very excited because this is the first one we've had since COVID. We had to stop the breakfast when we had COVID, so this is the first one starting back. And as it has been said, this is our 29th year, and we're excited. And we just, we just want to continue Dr. King's dream, and what it has done for Lake Worth, it really has united us together. It has brought everybody out, all denomination of people, all color people, everybody, and we're excited about it.
That's wonderful. And, you know, the breakfast is from 7 to 9. I understand there will also be some performances from local students.
Local students, words of encouragement from pastors from all the churches. We have singing and great food. I prepared all the food.
Oh, so we know it's going to be great then.
Yes, I prepared all the food, and we got a smorgasbord of food.
Well, that's wonderful. Commissioner Lowe, before we wrap this up, I do want to ask you just one last question. And, you know, you touched on it before, of course. We're excited about the food. It's going to be an exciting day of events. But, you know, to be able to come out year after year and honor Dr. King's legacy, what does that feel like to be able to be a part of that and to be able to organize that?
Well, I was one of the organizers. I was the one who brought MLK events to the city of Lake Worth. And we started out in the Osborne community with 25 or 50 people. And over this 29th year, we have gotten up to 300 people. And it's so exciting to see over the years with myself when I came to Lake Worth. And I've been in Lake Worth 50 years, and see the unity, the community, the gathering, the excitement of people coming together. And we love each other. We just want to be able to spread it out through all of Lake Worth and all of Palm Beach County.
Thank you so much. Certainly an incredible show of unity and community. And of course, that's just the start of the events here today. There will be several other later on today. But for now, I'll toss it back to you in the studio, Holly.
We know so many events going on, and they all in their own way really do draw a sizable crowd. Kate, thank you so much. We'll check back in with you later this morning. Boynton Beach is hosting a celebration as well for MLK Day. Changes to the state law and the number of homicides the medical examiner actually confirmed.
All right, happening today, cities across our slice of South Florida. This morning even, activities and ceremonies remembering civil rights icon Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., and that includes Lake Worth Beach.
WPTV's Kate Hussey joins us live there this morning. Kate, we know an early celebration is actually going to be getting started very soon.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. Good morning, Mike and Holland. You can see preparations for that celebration are already underway here for an interfaith breakfast. This is at the Peniel Haitian Baptist Church on North D Street. Here you can see volunteers already preparing lots of food here in the kitchen. And if you take a look over here, you can also see where everybody's going to be seated for that breakfast. They're expecting at least 200 to 300 people here. And if you walk with me over this way, you can see the spread starting to form here on the table. We're told there will be eggs, all kinds of different food, drinks, coffee. In fact, joining us here live this morning to tell us more information is Mary Ellen Healy. She's with the Lake Worth Beach MLK Day Celebration Committee. Mary Ellen, thank you so much for joining us so bright and early this morning. You know, tell us a little bit more of what we're going to expect later on here today when it all starts at 7 o'clock.
Well, my pleasure to be here, Kate, and people will start coming in, and there'll be a big long line. They'll come and get their food. They'll sit down with neighbors and also not necessarily people they don't know. And at 9 o'clock, the interfaith service will start. It'll open with a prayer, and there'll be lots of music and people giving inspirational messages about Justice Now, our theme for this year.
That's wonderful, and I understand that you and other volunteers were here late last night preparing all of this.
Well, it was actually, we were out by 5 o'clock. They had another meeting here, but we had to open up tables and roll them out and wipe down the surfaces and put on the tablecloths so that we could come in at 6 o'clock this morning to do the last-minute prep. And back there, they're cooking the eggs fresh. Everything else is brought in to put out so we can be started on time.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Mary Ellen. Of course, we'll be continuing to tell you a little bit more about this event and others. There are lots of other activities and events and commemorations happening later on today, starting even at 4:30 this afternoon, and we'll continue to keep you updated. But for now, back to you.
Love it. Hey, you know, it's always a good thing when you have bacon and eggs.
You can never lose.
Just saying.
You can never lose. Some for everybody. All right, Kate.
Thanks so much, Kate. To honor Dr. King, hundreds of volunteers are going to be hosting community service events throughout.
29 News. Back to you.
All right, today is Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Day.
Well, the federal holiday honors the civil rights leader and his achievements. It was first established in 1983 and first observed nationwide in 1986. MLK Day, it is also the only federal holiday designated as a national day of service, meant to encourage everyone to volunteer and better their communities. Commemorations, they are going to be taking place across our area today to remember Dr. King.
Fox 29's Kate Hussey joining us live this morning from Lake Worth Beach's annual Remembrance Day. Boy, they're getting started early, huh?
Yeah, Mike, Colony, good morning. What better way to start off a holiday full of events than with some good food, right? So I'm going to make you a little bit jealous here. We're actually here for an interfaith breakfast in Lake Worth Beach, and you can see lots of really good food here. Lots of pastries, muffins. In fact, I can actually smell the bacon. I can smell the eggs out here. Look at all the rest of the food. This is for about 200 to 300 expected people out here at the Penile Haitian Baptist Church in Lake Worth Beach. In fact, joining us here this morning to tell us a little bit more about it is, you may remember, as former city commissioner Retha Lowe. She's actually been organizing the event for the 29 years that it's been going on here in Lake Worth Beach. So we're going to just talk to her in a few minutes. Right now, she's actually busy preparing the food. So I'm going to show you over here where people who come out will be sitting. This is happening from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. So it's going on now. You can head out. There will be performances from students and other people out here. This is just the preliminary event for a whole day of commemorations and memorials. So actually, we're going to talk to Retha Lowe about this right now. Retha, thank you so much for joining us here.
Thank you. Thank you for coming.
Absolutely. We've, really enjoyed talking to you about this event. For people just tuning in who weren't watching with us earlier, explain exactly what's going on out here today.
Okay, what's going on right now is we're getting ready to prepare for our breakfast. And all these people you see around here is volunteers and MLK committee people, and we're getting ready to put it out on the table. Then we will have someone bless it, and they will eat, and then we would all sit, and then we would have our little program.
That's wonderful. And Retha, of course, we can smell the bacon, we can smell the eggs. It smells so good. I know that you cooked this, so we're very excited. But we also know that it's not about the food, right?
It's not about the food, it's about the unity of coming together.
And you described really an amazing atmosphere out here. Describe what it's like when everybody gets together for this event year after year.
Oh, it's just exciting. Everybody, they seem to look for this. And they look for the breakfast. They come out because they haven't seen each other in a year. And everybody's, it's like family. Coming together as one big family.
Later on tonight, we know that there's also going to be a civil rights sing-along as well as a candlelight march downtown. Describe that for us as well.
Everybody gather at City Hall, at the steps of City Hall, and we sing there. We have more kids involved in the sing-along and the march, and that's what we're so excited about, the kids getting involved. And it's going to be exciting. Everybody is excited about it. I am. I'm excited.
Thank you so much, Retha. We really appreciate it. Again, this happens until 9 o'clock this morning, and then you can also come out again at 4:30 at City Hall for the later part of the commemoration as well. But for now, I'll toss it back to you guys in the studio.
Hey, Kate,
reporting live here in Lake Worth Beach, I'm Kate Hussey, Fox 29.
Listen, love Retha's energy. Tell her that if she wants to send me a plate back, I won't be mad at all.
I can't promise it'll make it back there. I might eat it before it gets there. No promises here.
All right, okay, I can respect that. Over the weekend, Riviera Beach celebrated Martin Luther King Jr. with a special parade. It all went on along Blue Heron. What you get, drive times look good on I-95 and the Turnpike. Well, cities across South Florida, they are gearing up for activities and commemorations to remember Martin Luther King Jr., which includes a celebration in Lake Worth Beach.
Let's go there. Fox 29's Kate Hussey live at the early morning celebration. Are they starting to file in? How's it looking?
Hey, good morning. Yeah, it's looking really good. Actually, we've officially started here. You can see people gathered here for the interfaith breakfast at the Penile Haitian Baptist Church in Lake Worth Beach. You can see they're starting with a short ceremony here, and then following that will be lots and lots of great food. Check out this spread. You can see all of this that volunteers prepared by hand themselves. Pastries, fruit, lots of sausage, bacon, eggs, grits, potatoes. I mean, anything you could ask for. But of course, we know that it's not about the food. And here to tell us more about that are some organizers. We're going to be talking to them later on today. You can actually see a lot of volunteers still preparing this food. They've been here since early this morning. In fact, we talked to one who says she got up at midnight to make sure they were ready for the 300 people they're expecting. This is actually the first time they've been able to gather inside the church here since COVID-19. So you can see a lot of them now starting to get up to get some of this food. And again, they've been preparing, getting here as early as 4 o'clock this morning. In addition to the breakfast itself, there will be performances from local students, and following those, there will also be a celebration over at City Hall that will start at 4:30 this afternoon. There will be a civil rights sing-along as well as a candlelight march through downtown, and wrapping everything up will be a short presentation on Martin Luther King Jr. himself and his impact in not just our nation, but also in this community specifically. So you can go home, take a nap, and come back. And with the looks of all of this food, it looks like you might need a little bit of a nap here. And we're going to continue to provide you some coverage on this later on today. But for now, I'll toss it back to you guys in the studio live here in Lake Worth Beach. I'm Kate Hussey, Fox 29 News. We've got you covered.
Listen, they got started early. We saw you doing interviews on Channel 5 and now here, and they're getting it started. Thank you, Kate. And you know, in Boynton Beach, a celebration as well, kicking off with the neighborhood cleanup at Carolyn Simpson.
Get out there, volunteer, and improve your community.
Well, it is Martin Luther King Day, a big day all around the country too, Holly.
Yeah, that federal holiday of the civil rights leaders we mentioned in his achievements was established in 1983, observed a couple of years later. And throughout the hour, we are going to be going through some of the local commemorations. Actually, let's start with one right here. Fox 29's Kate Hussey. She joins us live this morning from Lake Worth Beach's annual Remembrance Day. Kate, we know so many things, one of several going on.
Yeah, hey, take a look here behind me. I want you to see exactly what's going on. We're at the Peniel Haitian Baptist Church in Lake Worth Beach, and you can see a ceremony is going on right now. I want to pause just a moment so you can take it in, as there is a performance happening right now. Now, this is actually just part of the event here. This is an interfaith breakfast here at the church. And you can see here a lot of the food that's been served to all of these people. Several volunteers made this possible. They've been preparing this food since last night. They came in early this morning to make sure that the 200 to 300 people they expected out here today were fed and happy as they listened to these performances as well. Now, this breakfast is taking place until 9 o'clock this morning, but if you miss it, you can come back out to City Hall at 4:30 today. That's when a civil rights sing-along will take place, along with a candlelight march downtown all the way to the MLK Ball Memorial in the Cultural Plaza as well. That's where all of today's events will wrap up with a short presentation on the impact of Martin Luther King Jr. But you can just see the impact of the people out here today. Organizers tell me that this right here is what it's all about. It's not about the food. It's about the community coming together, remembering his impact and his legacy, and making sure that that effort continues to move forward, not just in this community, but all of South Florida as well. And we'll be checking back in with them later on this morning as well. But for now, back to you.
Okay, all right. Well, we hear the music, the festivities going on behind you. Changes to state law and the number of homicides that are confirmed by the medical examiner. Cities across South Florida, they are gearing up this morning for activities and ceremonies to remember Dr. King, including one in Lake Worth Beach.
Let's go there. Fox 29's Kate Hussey live with the early morning celebration, and this kicked off and then some. Where are they at with the celebration now, Kate?
Hey, yeah, good morning. The celebration is fully underway here at the Peniel Haitian Baptist Church. I want to kind of step out of the way so you can see what's going on here. These are just some of the performances, the speeches. We've seen readings, we've seen songs. We're even going to see a performance from a children's choir right here. You can see they're getting some quick food in before they do perform for us here. And hey, speaking of food, I want to show you this over here. Look at this spread. This is actually a fraction of what was here at 7 o'clock this morning. But I'll give you a little bit of an idea of what is here. All kinds of food, bacon, eggs, sausage, all of it prepared by a team of volunteers who's been serving since early this morning. In fact, many of them were even here last night preparing all of this food. Now, this, again, started at 7 o'clock this morning. It goes until 9, but if you don't make it out to this, you still have a chance to celebrate Martin Luther King and his impact here in Lake Worth Beach. At 4:30, you can head over to City Hall. There will be a civil rights sing-along and then a candlelight march through downtown, ending at the MLK Ball Memorial in the Cultural Plaza. But again, this is still going on here. It's going on for another half an hour, and it's over again at the Peniel Haitian Baptist Church. These wonderful children here in front of us are going to perform and sing for us, and there will be a lot more readings. The community members here serving today tell me that it's not about the food, as good as it is. It's about those performances and about coming together as a community and remembering the impact that Martin Luther King Jr. has had on our community and making sure that that continues here as well. But for now, I'll toss it back to you guys here in the studio live in Lake Worth Beach. I'm Kate Hussey, Fox 29. We've got you covered.
Thanks, Kate. You know, one of the many events, but this one probably starts the earliest. So glad you were there to show us what they're doing there. Now, let's go back to yesterday real quick. SpaceX launched its Falcon Heavy rocket on a national security mission for U.S. Space Force.
Thank you so much.
And listen.